Let us examine an ancient remedy through the lens of modern molecular biochemistry. We are discussing 10 specific benefits of applying castor oil before you sleep, and more importantly, the biological mechanisms behind each one. However, the real question is not, what does castor oil do, but rather, why at night? Because when you are in a deep sleep, your biological body enters a very different stage, one that could be called the recovery phase. This is not a time when everything slows down. Instead, it is when the most critical systems begin to work silently. The lymphatic system intensifies the cleaning of the brain, while the liver processes and eliminates metabolic products accumulated throughout the day. To put it simply, you create trash during the day, and your body collects it at night. When you apply castor oil in the evening, you are not creating a miracle. You are synchronizing a mild biological stimulus with your body's own natural cleansing cycle. That is why the resulting effects do not come from force, but from supporting the body to do exactly what it was programmed to do. From here, the 10 benefits begin to make sense. The 10 benefits of overnight application. 1. Relieving abdominal bloating. The first easily recognizable benefit is a lighter feeling in the stomach in the morning when you apply or use a castor oil pack on the abdominal area before bed. This is not due to fat loss, but because bloating and tension are relieved. When the abdomen is kept warm and relaxed during the night, the intestines tend to function more rhythmically. The mechanism involves the EP3 receptor, which participates in regulating intestinal smooth muscle. Castor oil penetrates the abdominal wall, activating mild contractions that help release trapped gas and fluids. As stagnation in the gut decreases, a sense of relief spreads throughout the entire body, not just the waistline. 2. Enhancing lymphatic drainage. The second benefit relates directly to the lymphatic system, the silent drainage system that is vital for immunity. A study published in a natural medicine journal showed that castor oil packs applied to the abdomen increased lymphocyte activity compared to a placebo group. Lymphocytes are immune cells involved in defending the body. When you apply castor oil to the abdomen or liver area before sleep, the local tissue is kept warm and relaxed. Because the lymphatic system does not have a heart to pump it, it relies on the softness of tissue to circulate. When stagnation is reduced, lymphatic flow operates more efficiently, helping the body feel lighter and more comfortable the next morning. 3. Promoting deeper sleep. The third benefit many people notice clearly is that it is easier to fall asleep and stay in a deep sleep, especially when applying castor oil to the abdomen, feet, or neck and shoulders before lying down. This is not because castor oil is a sedative, but because it helps the body shift into the parasympathetic nervous system. When these areas are kept warm and relaxed during the night, the vagus nerve is calmed, and the stress response decreases. Ricinoleic acid possesses mild anti-inflammatory properties that help lower cortisol, the hormone that often keeps you awake for too long. When cortisol drops, melatonin has the opportunity to rise, helping you not only fall asleep faster, but also maintain a deep sleep so that you feel truly rested upon waking. 4. Deep skin hydration. The fourth benefit is evident on areas prone to dryness and premature aging, such as the face, neck, hands, or around joints. When you apply a thin layer of castor oil before sleep, unlike many oils that merely sit on the surface, castor oil acts as a humectant, helping the skin retain its existing moisture throughout the night. Thanks to its excellent permeability, the fatty acids in the oil support a more stable skin environment, limiting water loss and reducing irritation. This does not make the skin younger immediately, but it helps the skin feel softer, firmer, and less rough when you wake up. The effect you see in the morning comes from the skin's natural recovery process, not expensive cosmetics. 5. Managing joint pain and stiffness. The fifth benefit is the reduction of pain and stiffness, particularly in load-bearing areas such as the knees, wrists, ankles, lower back, or neck. When you apply castor oil directly to the joints before bed, castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, which has mild anti-inflammatory properties and acts similarly to capsaicin, but without the burning sensation. Some studies, including a 2009 study, noted the effectiveness of castor oil in supporting the management of knee osteoarthritis. The mechanism is believed to involve the reduction of pain signals such as substance P and an increase in local circulation. When the tissue around the joints is relaxed and circulation improves during the night, the joints are usually more comfortable in the morning, making daily movement much easier. 6. Reestablishing intestinal rhythm. The sixth benefit is supporting the reset of intestinal activity, especially regarding constipation and bloating caused by prolonged stagnation. Castor oil has long been known for its ability to support bowel movements, but even when used topically, it can still produce an indirect impact. When you apply castor oil to the lower abdomen before sleep, the area is kept warm and relaxed for many hours, allowing the smooth muscles of the intestines to contract more rhythmically the next morning. This effect is not a harsh stimulant, rather it reduces the locking up caused by stress and stagnation. As the digestive tract begins to operate more smoothly, you often feel lighter in body and clearer in mind. 7. Reducing hair loss. The seventh benefit is supporting the reduction of hair loss by improving the scalp environment. Castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, which is thought to influence prostaglandin D2 PGD. 2. A protein found in high concentrations linked to hair loss in both men and women. When you apply a small amount of castor oil to the scalp, eyebrows, or hairline before bed, local circulation is improved, helping hair follicles receive more nutrients. This does not create new hair immediately, but it can help weakened follicles function more stably over time. When the hair roots are better nourished, hair typically falls out less and looks naturally healthier. 8. Softening scar tissue and stretch marks. The eighth benefit is supporting the softening of scar tissue and improving the elasticity of stretch marks, especially with post-surgical scars or postpartum stretch marks. Scar tissue is actually connective tissue that is poorly organized and prone to hardening over time. When you apply castor oil to scarred or stretched skin before sleep, the ricinoleic acid has the ability to penetrate deeply, helping to soften the connective tissue and support local circulation. This effect does not happen quickly, but when used consistently, the fibrous tissue gradually becomes less hard, and the skin structure tends to become more uniform. The result is usually a softer, less rough skin surface, and scars or stretch marks appear to fade over time. 9. Indirect immune support. The ninth benefit is supporting the regulation of the immune system in an indirect way by improving the body's baseline biological state. The thymus gland located behind the breastbone plays a critical role in training T cells, but its activity gradually declines with age. When you apply castor oil to the upper chest or superficial lymph nodes before sleep, the body tends to be more relaxed and neurological stress is reduced. The immune system reacts very strongly to sleep baseline inflammation levels and stress states. When these factors are improved, the body's natural defense capabilities also have the conditions to operate more stably over time. 10. Relieving dry eyes. The 10th benefit relates to dry eyes, an issue often misunderstood as a lack of water, when in reality it is often due to a lack of the protective oil layer of the tear film. When this lipid layer is weak, tears evaporate quickly, causing dryness, burning, and eye fatigue, especially in the morning. When you apply a very small amount of castor oil to the outer eyelid area, avoiding direct contact with the eyes before sleep, the oil glands around the eyes, including the meibomian glands, can be supported to function more stably. This helps the tear film retain moisture better during the night, reducing the sensation of dryness and grittiness upon waking. Important safety considerations. Before you go out to buy castor oil, please stop for a moment. Not all castor oil is safe. Because castor seeds are difficult to press, some manufacturers use hexane, a petroleum-based solvent, to extract it faster. Hexane residues can remain in the oil, and when applied to the skin regularly, your body risks absorbing the very substances you are trying to avoid. Another issue is plastic bottles. The ricinoleic acid in castor oil is highly penetrative. Therefore, if it is stored in plastic, it can pull BPA or phthalates from the packaging into the oil. Therefore, if you choose to use it, remember 3 principles: hexane-free, cold-pressed, and glass bottle only. If any of these 3 are missing, it is best to skip it. However, the most important thing is not in the bottle of oil. Many familiar symptoms are not because your body lacks more medicine, but because your internal systems are stagnant. Sometimes instead of adding something new, what you need is to create the conditions for the body to clean itself, especially at night. If you try it tonight, use a small amount and observe. If you have tried it before, ask yourself, do you feel lighter and is your sleep deeper? Where do you feel the most stagnation? Your gut, your sleep, or your skin? Would you like me to find more information on how to properly prepare a castor oil pack for the abdominal area?